Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today let's ask the question, should you charge based on time or results? Alright, so today I want to answer a question that came in just the other day, but it was for an old video. This comes all the way back from episode 344. It's a question by Daniel Vieja, who simply asked this: how much should I charge, right? So as a software developer, how much should he charge? And I thought, I'm pretty sure we talked about this before, so I just responded saying, it's a tricky question. You should charge something that's competitive with the market, but also allowing for some scope creep. Scope creep happens. You need to have a healthy margin in case these kind of things go wrong. You're not always telling your client no, no, no all the time because you're being overworked. And he came back and said, but should I charge on effort, hours worked, or results? Now that, Daniel, is a good question. Should you charge based on the time that you put into a project, or should you charge based on the results that you provide? The answer to that is you should charge based on the results. Nobody ever pays you for your time, right? They're always paying for results. And the reason why when we give quotes, it's always based on the time and materials. So we'll think, okay, so we'll listen to the requirements, we'll drop the specification, we'll talk to developers, how much of the developer going to cost is going to require a lot of my own time, how much time am I going to charge out for that? Do we need to hire an artist? Everything, and we put everything together and we provide a quote with a bit of markup to anticipate scope creep, and hopefully it's a fair price, and we do it based on that. But the results might be more. So hopefully the results for the client is going to be more than they pay for the work to do. Now, why don't we just make up a figure? Why don't we just say, you know, how much is going to cost? $50,000, right? Or just make up a figure because we're paying based on the results. And the reason behind that is that there's competition, right? There's competition from others, and you want to do something that's fair and competitive with the market, but at the same time you still add a lot more value based on your experience that you can deliver these projects on time, right? I think about it a lot like if I go to a mechanic and they say, you know, we need to replace your whatever, you know, brakes. They say they're going to replace the brakes, and they say it's going to take us this amount of hours labor and the part's going to cost this much. And I think, okay, cool, I understand that quote, I understand where those prices are coming from. I'm pretty sure that if I took this and went down the street, I would get something similar, right? Rather than if they just said it's going to cost this amount of money without giving me any kind of itemization. So I think that's important. Now, if you're the only software developer who knows how to do something, you could charge what you want, right? Because you don't have any competition. But you know, we always quote based on time and materials, but it is the results that they're paying for. Right? Whenever you hire anybody, it's the results that you want. When I hire somebody, and I've had to let people go because even though they've been working the hours, they haven't been giving me the results. And they might say, but I've been doing all the work. I said, yes, but you're not delivered. The results aren't there, and we just had to part ways. So let me know what you guys think. If there's anybody out there who does not, I mean, in software developers who do not quote based on time and materials, at least as a basic level, because there's other considerations too. It's not just time and materials. And if you're starting out as a software developer, you might be thinking, my overheads are low, I could be really cheap, but at some point you might need to scale up, you might need to get an office, you might need to get more computer equipment, and all that money has to come from somewhere. And you know, so there's other costs to bring in there too. And you know, and then how much more value can you add? So let me know what you guys think. Every time we quote, I always do it based on time. I do it based on time and materials and anticipate how much time is going to go into this. But for me, it's always a fixed price, right? I don't, like if I was going to hire a lawyer, every time I've ever had to hire a lawyer, and it's been like 2 or 3 times, right? And they tell me how much they charge per hour. It scares me to death because I don't know how long it's going to take, right? So we always give a fixed price, but we always do it based on my estimation of how long it's going to take, and it's a fixed price. And sometimes we go over that and I stress out big time, and sometimes we come under that, which is always preferable. So let me know, the rest of you guys out there who are software developers who are working for client, help Daniel out by answering that question too. That's my opinion on the matter. Anyway, that is it for today. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.